Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is not a good day. Today's video will not be any tech related or anything related. It's all about me. Something happened to me back in the past, and if you guys are not interested to know about my past, my experience, you guys can switch it off and go to my next video. If you guys want to stay, I really appreciate it. The reason why today I'm doing this is because last night I had a bad dream and I really had a really late night. I slept in the morning about 6 a.m. At the same time, I'm also replying to the comments in TechProSG. The setup was episode 101. So that explains why my late sleep and of course I call it a nightmare. Basically, when I was about 12, I'm really very close to my grandma. Okay, we share the same bed, took good care of me since the time I'm born all the way to the day she passed away. And every weekend when we go to a relative place, because my grandma stays with my family, and I would fight over my grandma with my relatives because my relatives want my grandma to stay over at their place. This is how close I am with my grandma. The time when she passed away, my life just starts to go down. I was being bullied in school. I believe at the age about 14 or 15, being bullied in classroom in front of the whole class, and the teacher didn't do anything about it. I was being stayed back a year because I didn't do well the previous year, so I was being stayed back, and I chose to sit at the very back of the classroom because I'm like a retainee. So I retained that level. I believe it's secondary 3. It's the 3rd year, and I retained 1 year, so I'm at the 4th year. And my previous classmate, that means my first year of my secondary 3 classmate, came to the classroom where I'm at, so which is my 2nd year in secondary 3. They came there to bully me in a sense, and then they kind of accused me for staring at them, because back in the days when people stare at you, you will want to show your power by bringing one whole group of people to just because one person thinks that you stare at them, and then that person will grab his gang to come and look for you, and then say that, oh, why you stare at my friend, something like that. Yeah, so I was shocked, because everybody who walks past the classroom, we will tend to look. It's not because we're staring at the person, but we just say, oh, who's walking past. There's no reason why we're looking, and I just being accused for like staring at one of them, and then they starts to come like after a while with like 3 or 4 people, and then there are a few friends in the classroom, so it's like a junior, 1 year younger, and then they got them to help them to kind of grab hold of me, and then they start to get the scissors and start to cut my hair. And then I'm afraid. I wanted to cry, but I can't cry in class because I'm like the senior, because I stayed back 1 year and I didn't cry. I hold my tears and just act to be brave, but that didn't work. At the end of the day, we have places in school to sit down and do your homework. They have like tables and chairs. So I met with one of the seniors. I used to hang out with him to play soccer, and I didn't know why he gave me the impression of like he ganged up with them to keep me in school after the school time. So I went to meet him at this place, and that area doesn't have any teachers walking by, because that place is like a computer lab and art classroom. So at the end of the day, nobody will be there, and it's all locked up, and it's kind of dark, so it's at a corner of the school that nobody will walk past. So I met him, and then he was like asking me how school and this and that, and then I told him I was being bullied. Look at my head, I got like holes here and there because of the cut. And then after a while, the whole gang came and asked him to go, and then 2 of them start grabbing my neck, and then slowly walked me to the nearest toilet that has nobody there. They start to shove me, they start to push me against the wall, ask me for a fight. How am I supposed to fight with a gang of 6 or 7 of them? At that point of time, I do not know what to do, because my parents are always busy making money. They have a business. I didn't blame them for that, but I just felt that sometimes in school, it's hard to prevent bully cases to happen because every school has that. But I'm just the unlucky one that got bullied. So I managed to run out of the toilet. I just pushed them all aside because I was so scared. I just ran out. And then a few of them start to my uniform by the back because I was running. Then I think back, at that point of time, I should have just, just run and just bang them because I'm fat. I can. And most of them in that group are all very skinny. Probably one or two, they are like me. And I managed to run out and they start chasing after me, holding scissors. And I'm really scared that they cut my hair while I'm running. It might injured my head. So I was lucky that nothing of that happened. But I had some bleeding in my head because of the pulling and stuff. So I managed to run out of the school. And from that day on, I do not dare to go to the school. Every day my parents wakes me up to go to school. I wouldn't want to go because I'm really scared that when I go back to school, they bully me again. Because at the point of time, you really felt like you wanted to end your life, but you can't, because in my country, if you commit suicide, you are breaking a law. If you didn't die from you committing suicide, you will have to go through the legal stuff, like getting a lawyer and this and that, and police and this and that. So at the point of time, I'm so scared. I hide myself in a room. After a few months, my school counselor and the teacher in charge of my class came to my house and knocked my door and bring me to school. And they tell me that don't worry. Counselor knows what happens because I tell counselor everything. He tells me not to worry, and then he will pick me up from home, and then we will go to the nearby place to eat before we go back to school. And they are all very nice, but I broke the promise. I told them that I will go back to study, but end up on that same day I actually ran out from school, and then I run back home because I'm really scared to see those bullies because we are in the same class. And I decided to drop out from school because I really can't take it anymore. It keeps bothering me. Every single time in the morning when my dad or my mom wakes me up, I will just act like I'm sleeping, but I'm actually awake just to avoid school because I was really scared. So I left school. I went to pick up martial art classes just for self-protection if I ever happen to get bullied again. Because at a point of time, I asked myself, why am I getting bullied? Is it because I'm weak, or is it because my face just looked like it's a target, but I didn't really, continue it?